looking from the Spanish point of view, that they are ready to reopen their doors to a certain extent to tourists. But of course, this is creating some tensions. There's really controversy in Spain because we've seen big groups of, for example, of French tourists in Madrid, where you have restaurants and bars that are still open, cinemas still being open, and people basically jumping on the plane to enjoy a little bit of a taste of normal life going to Madrid, while there's still the curfew is at 11 p.m. in Madrid. And that's creating some tensions. And we saw also some German tourists coming back to the Baleares in the past few days after Spain and Mallorca has been taken off the risk list by the German authorities. And this is happening while a lot of Spaniards themselves cannot travel between regions. And we're going to see further restrictions during the Easter holidays in particular. So Spaniards cannot travel between regions to see family, but some foreign tourists can travel to some regions, and all regions will have a perimeter lockdown during the Easter holiday, apart from the Canary Island and the Baleares. And that's causing a little bit of friction in the country. Of course, we know that tourism is a crucial sector for the Spanish economy, more than 12% of Spanish GDP. It was down 80% last year. They hope to bring back some tourism this year, so they're using the Baleares and the Canary Islands, being islands, of course, a sort of lab to use some protocols and restrictions to see how they can bring back some tourism. But this is, of course, difficult, and we heard actually from the European Commission earlier in the week calling the Spanish authorities for some coherence in restrictions between the national and the international travel there, because you remember that Spain, it's the regions that put the restrictions in place internally, but it's the central government, Madrid, that will pull the restrictions on the international travel. So difficult here to strike a balance, especially when we see some of the French tourists coming to Spain, where we see the incidence rate in France is 5 times higher than what we see in Spain, where the health situation has been better. They had a bit of a peak after Christmas, but things have been better. So they are looking nervously at seeing some tourists coming back into the country.